Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I hope that you are doing well. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the miseducation of the Black Mason. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the miseducation of the Black Masons. I know Saturday was pretty fun. Saturday was pretty light. It was Saturday night chat. I hope that you enjoyed that particular video, Saturday night chat. But today, we're going to be looking at things from a different perspective. And we're going to be a little bit more serious about about some of the things in Freemasonry. So tonight's topic is going to be the miseducation of the Black Mason. And tonight, I'm going to promote a book tonight, and I'm going to say this: that the gentleman book that I'm going to be promoting tonight, he and I don't always see eye to eye, but I'm going to say that I respect him as a Black man and as a brother Mason. I'm going to say that he may not feel the same way I feel tonight. I'm going to promote his book on this show tonight to let him know that, hey, you know what? It is what it is. But I'm going to promote his book not only because of who he is. He's a Black man and he's a Black Mason. So I'm going to promote his book. Regardless of our disagreements and how he may feel about me being a Mason, I'm going to promote his book. Because I've come to my own decision. In order for us to heal, masonically heal, and stop beating each other down, someone is going to have to step forward and be the example of a Mason. Be the example of an Eastern Star and show the other Mason on how you should carry yourself, even if you disagree. So I'm going to take that ground. I'm going to say, I'm going to be that example. It must start somewhere. Why not here? Why not with me? Why not with you? So I know that we've all had our issues within your lodges, your Grand Lodge, with different brothers of the craft, different sisters of the order. But tonight, we're going to have to somehow come to the conclusion that we must find that equal ground, that ground to where we're able to come and realize that if we don't do something about it, nobody else is. Nobody is coming to save you, Black man, Black woman. Nobody is coming to do anything for you. Anything that's going to ever happen for you, you're going to have to do it yourself. I didn't ever say that nobody will assist you or aid you. I'm just saying nobody is coming to get you and to raise you up from a dead level to nobody's coming to do that for you. You're going to have to do that for yourself. My sisters, nobody's coming to say, sister, this is that. You must care. Nobody is coming. See, Big Mama and Grandmama, they ain't them. Those of long ago, they gone. Those examples, if you didn't get it, they gone now. See, I'm considered an elder now. And I must be the example of how a Mason should carry himself. I'm not saying that I'm not going to fall short. I'm saying I should be the example. So even if I fall, damn it, I'm falling forward and get back up and go again. So we who are master Masons and Eastern Stars and Grand Masters and High Priests and whatever your title may be, this movement, this coming together, this awakening is going to be on you. Okay? I am sick and tired of seeing sisters and brothers hurt within an organization that's supposed to be so loving and so kind and to pick them up and to help them to be better people. If you have been in this organization as long as I have, you're going to be let down. So whatever you do, don't put your hope, don't put your all in your, don't do that to yourself. You must understand that you're dealing with individuals who are flawed. So don't put all your dreams, all of your hopes in this organization. You're dealing with flawed people. What I'm saying is you singly, individually, going to have to be the example. even if you have to go at it by yourself. So tonight, we're talking about the miseducation of the Black Mason and the Sister of the Order of the Eastern Star. Even though I don't have you in the marquee, but yes, we've all been miseducated. We've all been given a false truth about masonry. We've all been led astray, hoodwinked, and bamboozled. It is up to us to realize that since this has taken place, since we've been lied to, since we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled, and now that we have some education about Freemasonry, it is up to us to wake those other brothers and sisters up. It is up to us, to those brothers and sisters who want to join this beautiful organization, not to lie to them, not to hoodwink them, not to bamboozle them, but to give them the unadulterated truth about the organization and what it's all about in its intent on how it is to help you to become that better woman, that better man. What is it about this organization that so many great leaders around us have been part of it? We must share that with those who are coming in. We must be now that new example. We're not that Masons of the 70s and the 60s and the 50s. They're long gone. This is a new generation of Masons and Eastern Stars that are flocking in. And for those of us, who are left over from long ago, we must be that example. We cannot shut them in. We cannot shut them out or lock them out. We must welcome them in with open arms and give them all of the knowledge that we have, because we damn sure can't take it with us. We must be able to listen with an attentive ear when they're talking to us, because they have so much they want to share with us. Vice versa. They also must be willing to listen, because we have so much wisdom to we've been around for so long and we've seen so much and a lot. So we must be able to equip them to move this organization forward. And the only way to do that is to listen and to understand that they're coming in with something a little bit different than what we have. See, this internet and all of this has not been around that long. So this new flux of Freemasons and the Eastern Stars are coming in with new ideas on how to use this new technology to innovate, to elevate, to take it forward. We must give them the mantle to do it and not lock them in and not lock them out. So tonight, just so you know, we're promoting this particular book right here. This is The Landmarks of Our Father. This book is by John Harrison. I encourage you, if you're a Mason and you want a good book to read, this book right here is a very, very good book to read. Go support Brother John Harrison. Okay, go support him. And because he put a lot of energy into this book. And I was fortunate to, when I got this book, I asked him to sign it and he did. Like I said, we don't always agree. He may consider me to be a clandestine Mason, a bogus Mason, whatever. I'm okay with that. That's his opinion. But tonight, I'm going to support his book. Tonight, I'm going to tell you to go get this book because it's a good read for a Mason and for an Eastern Star. Go get it. It's very educational. I give him that. I give this book right here a 10. I mean, it's off the chart. A lot of information in it. John done a great job on this book, and I commend him for it. So we're promoting his book tonight on this show. Yes, we are doing that. So John Harrison, hey, this one's for you, brother. Great job on your book. I'm promoting this book. This is the book that we're promoting for the month of April. Go get it. Check it out. It's a good read. Contact John Harrison wherever you can and get this book. All right? Get his book. All right? And the reason I supported this book, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. Brother Melvin Little gave me a call because I really didn't give a damn about John Harrison. Let's just be honest. I'm being truthful. I didn't, and I really didn't. But I received a phone call from Brother Melvin Little. And he told me, he said, look, you, Brother Hawkins, have to stop that. You have to change your way of thinking. Support John Harrison. He's a black man and a Mason. Remove whatever you may think and how you feel. Support him. Go get his book. I bought his book. I bought it a while ago and I read it. It's a good book to read. A lot of people don't like it. Many disagree with it. But I'll tell you what, it's a very educational book. So tonight's show is about the miseducation of the Black Mason and the Sister of the Order of the Eastern Star. This is a great book, all right? I'm just promoting it because it is true. It is a good book. So, John Harrison, this one's for you. It's a 10, baby. It is a 10. Great book to have in your library as a Mason. The Landmarks of Our Fathers. A great book to have. I don't care if you're Prince Hall, Modern Free, International, PHO, whatever your jurisdictional title may be, get this book. Landmarks of Our Fathers. All right. So I want to welcome everybody aboard tonight. And today we're going to talk about the miseducation of the Black Mason and the Sister of the Order of the Eastern Star. And the reason this show is titled as such is because a lot of us have been miseducated in regards to Freemasonry. A lot of us have read different information in regards to it, but we've been led astray. And I say that because I've always pleaded and begged and informed the brothers and sisters of the craft, go read, research for yourself. Find things for yourself and stop depending on other people to give you the information, because what they may give you is incomplete information. I'm not saying they're going to lead you astray, but it may be incomplete. When you go do your own research and look for yourself, there you will find your truth to what you're searching for. And tonight, we're talking about that very same thing. A lot of us have been miseducated, led astray, hook, wink, and bamboozle. A lot of us are in Masonic lodges to where we see things that are happening, and we don't say anything. If you don't say nothing, that lodge, that jurisdiction is going to forever be doing the same old thing and get the same old results and never ever grow. So tonight, it is up to you. When you look in the mirror, are you satisfied with your jurisdiction? Are you happy where you at? Are you getting the needed instructions and information and education in regards to Freemasonry? Or are you sitting idly by allowing things to happen in your jurisdiction, be it locally, be it Grand Lodge or nationally? Are you that person who says that it's okay? Wait your turn. It would be all right. Are you that individual who sit back and then after the election is over, go outside in the parking lot? Now you want to talk about the election? Well, you know, they weren't really qualified, but you didn't say not one word with the nominations of who is going to be the wishful master or worthy matron, associate matron, junior warden, junior warden, dinku, junior warden, or senior warden. You didn't say anything. You said idly by and thought that it was okay, but now the meetings are over. And you finna go have a parking lot meeting, parking lot conversation about who won the election, and you knew that they was not worthy or well qualified for the position for which they was nominated by. They went and brought brothers and sisters to the larger chapter who hadn't been on roll and God knows how long. They come in and members are asking who was they. But for some odd reason, somebody paid their dues and membership up. And now they feel that they can come to the meeting and cast a vote. Come on, y'all. We've been done in. And it's time out to be playing Masonry. It's a beautiful organization. I enjoyed it. I'm just fortunate enough to be part of an organization, a jurisdiction that I've truly enjoyed for the past 33 years right now. 33 years I've been in this organization. Same jurisdiction. Hadn't missed a grand. No, I have not missed a grand session yet. No, I missed one grand session. I ended up coming to the dinner, but missed the session. So, but I've enjoyed it. I've shedded some tears. I'm not gonna lie. I've shedded some tears, and I've seen some brothers and sisters get done wrong, but I didn't be quiet. I wasn't quiet. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the fact that I spoke up for a brother who was done wrong, didn't get the Masonic trial that he should have gotten. You know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay about the sister. As I was the patron, she went to stand up and the worthy matron wanted to shut her down because she was about to say something that you thought was inappropriate. Let that sister speak. Let that brother speak. Yeah, you got the gavel, but you must understand that type of power where you can hit it and set the next person down. You need to have respect with that. You need to hold some respect to that. But a lot of times we don't. We don't respect the East. We don't respect the West. We don't respect the South. If you didn't know, or if you thought that they was not worthy and well qualified, and you didn't say nothing, that's your fault. You were silent. And even if you got up to say anything in regard, you did your part. Because most of us who get elected to these positions tend to forget. And I would say in my jurisdiction, let me speak first in regards to my jurisdiction. See, when you take the obligation of the senior warden, junior warden, the worshipful master, or any elected position within that lodge or chapter, you swore, you vowed that you would abide by all the rules and regulations of your jurisdiction, in your constitution, in your bylaws for your chapter and lodge. In this jurisdiction, we did that. And then when you go to stand up for a brother or sister who's been wrong, and the worshipful master wants to set you down, he's in violation of the very oath that he took to abide by those same rules and regulations. He's in violation. The worthy matron is in violation when she does the same thing. Stop trying to set people down when they're trying to say, look, this is not right. Now, if it gets out of hand, I understand that. The worshipful master, worthy matron, you got the gavel. I understand that. You can hit it. And you can kind of quiet things down. Brothers, if you are a worthy patron in a chapter, it is your duty to make sure that those sisters know their positions and know what is right in that chapter. It is the worthy matron position to govern that chapter. But when you don't do it, brothers, and you sit idly by and just watch a worthy matron run amok, you are not doing what you're supposed to do in that chapter. Brothers, past masters, you have served in the East. You have held that lodge together. You've done your thing, and now that senior warden is in the East, and you know that he's not doing right by the craft. As a past master, it is your duty. It is your duty to stand up and say, worshipful master, let me whisper some good counsel in your ear. And if he doesn't want to hear you, it is your duty to take it to the craft, go before the lodge, and explain to them that your worshipful master is not doing what he's supposed to do. And let the craft deal with that worshipful master. They have every right to do it. And even on a grand lodge level, even on a grand chapter level, you can do the same thing. Sometimes you find grand masters and grand worthy matrons who dictate to their jurisdiction, you're going to do this and you're going to do that. Well, what does the bylaws say? What does the Constitution say? And if the Constitution and the bylaws, they govern how that worshipful master and how that worthy matron should carry themselves and govern their jurisdiction. And if you find brothers of the craft, sisters of the order, that they're not doing right by the craft and by the order, you have every right to vote them out of office. You have every right to bring them up on charges. Most jurisdictions have nothing written in their bylaws about bringing a grand master or a worthy matron up on charges because they think that they're untouchable. You feel because you're a worthy matron, you're untouchable? I don't know who told you that. You feel because you're a grand matron, you're untouchable? A grand master, oh, I got the gavel. You have the craft to answer to. The craft holds the grand master responsible. In that grand session, when you know that he's not done right all year long and you put him back in office, your ass deserve him. Period. You deserve everything you get. So when he's out spending your money up because his name is on the checkbook or her name is on the checkbook of the lodge, and it's his will and pleasure to have the secretary and the treasurer to write and co-sign a check, and he takes it and goes off, and you don't hold him accountable, that's your fault. People ask, who is the police of the lodge? Who's the police of Freemasonry? The craft is the police of Freemasonry. Your members in your jurisdiction holds that Grand Master, holds that Grand Matron accountable. You are the police. If you do not police your jurisdiction, it's your fault that you are failing your members. So yeah, you've been miseducated. Yeah, you've been bamboozled, led astray. You damn right you have, because you choose not to hold those in leadership accountable. If a member leaves this jurisdiction and he's going to go and join another jurisdiction, and he hasn't done right by this jurisdiction, we're going to let them know he hasn't done right by this jurisdiction. Now, if you choose to take him on, knowing that he hasn't done right by this jurisdiction, that's on you. That's on you. We have already told you that this brother or sister has not done right on this side, but you still chose to take him in. That's on you. I'm not mad at you. That's your decision as a sovereign jurisdiction to take any person you want to in. But if you contact this jurisdiction and we tell you that, look, he hasn't done right, he's been doing some crazy things, and you still take him in, that's on you. That's on you. You are at fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. So when things don't go accordingly and you wondering what's going on with that brother, why is he tripping? We already told you he was going to trip. We already told you she was going to trip. But you decided to ignore that, and you took him in. That's on you. I ain't mad at you. This is why it's important that Grand Masters of the ancient, free, and accepted Masons, it is important that you know who's who in your state. If your state have multiple Grand Lodges in it, amongst the brothers who are ancient, free, and accepted Masons, it is very important that you know who's who. It is very important that you form an alliance within your state, or even on a national level. It's okay. It's okay to be part of something that is outside of your Congress. It's really all right. It's time out for brothers and sisters to hop from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. It's time for us who are Masons to start holding them accountable. If I got a brother who wants to leave and go join Prince Hall, and they know that he's a part of my lodge, they know that. And I've told you that brother, look, man, hey, bro, he's a little different. He ain't done right. I'm just letting you know. And you still choose to accept him because you feel that I'm clandestine and I'm bogus, but you're going to still take him in? Go ahead. You can do that. That is of your prerogative. That is your business. That's your sovereign right to do it. But I told you that brother don't pay his dues like he should. I told you that brother comes in with a negative spirit and he would tear. I told you that. So when it happens in your jurisdiction, that's on you. And this is why, once again, it is important for the Black Masons to have that unity and that capability of reaching across various jurisdictions and forming that alliance to say, look, I have a brother who's in your state right now. He's a good brother. I'm recommending that he joins your lodge while he's in your state. He's a good access. He's going to help you to grow. That's why it's important to join these forces together and to elevate each other and stop tearing each other down in these different Facebook groups. If I'm in a Facebook group, I've gotten out a lot of them, and I see that somebody's attacking you, I should come to you and I should come to your rescue and say, look, stop attacking each other. I should do that as a Black man, number one, as a Mason, number two. We should not do that. I'm not saying we shouldn't disagree. Never said it. You're going to have it. What I'm saying is stop attacking the next Mason or Eastern Star when you disagree with them. Stop attacking them. Stop trying to tear them down. If they have good character about themselves, even if they have bad character about themselves, stop attacking them. Look, Don't deal with them. Once you've already put the word and said, look, I don't deal with John. John is foul. I just don't deal with him. Now you can deal with John. You can deal with Susie. You can. I don't deal with them because they are foul. Now you have a decision to make. If you feel that you're going to take them on as members in your jurisdiction, go right ahead. I've already told you my point of view, and I left it at that. But I'm not going to sever my relationship with you because you chose to accept someone who left me. I'm not going to sever my relationship. My relationship with you, my brother, as a Grand Master, is too important to allow someone else to come in and tear us down. That's how I feel. Now, if you feel different, that's on you. See, for a long time, Black Masons have never been accepted amongst the majority. We have not. They made when I say they, I'm speaking of mainstream Grand Lodges, predominantly white Grand Lodges, changed their bylaws and constitution to accept our brother, my brothers, a PHA. They made a change in their constitution to do that. That is a fact, because their constitution read that there was only one Grand Lodge per state, and it was their Grand Lodge. They made that change to say, okay, look, we're going to make the change in our constitutional bylaws saying that we will share jurisdictions or state with you. So in the process, we will consider you to be regular Masons. In my personal opinion, Prince Hall brothers, you was already regular and upright Masons. You didn't need their approval. You didn't have to ask for their approval. But since you felt that you wanted to sit in title lodge with them, you accepted what they gave you. Have they ever came to you and said, look, we want to be accepted by you? Name me, and I could be wrong, but name me one mainstream Grand Lodge in the United States that came to a Prince Hall Grand Lodge and said, look, we want to be recognized by you. Name me one. I will wait. And if anybody wants to call in tonight, you're certainly welcome to do so. If my administrators are on tonight, please do put in the phone number 619-985-1184. Just put it in for me. I would certainly appreciate it. First of all, before I continue, tonight's book that we are supporting tonight we're supporting John Harrison, Landmarks of Our Father. Please go get his book. I'm going to do my best to promote Black Masonic books on this channel. I have another one that was going to be coming up on our next show. I have another brother. We're going to support his book. But tonight, this is the book I want you to go and get. It's a good read. It is by John Harrison, The Landmarks of Our Father. He's a he's a former PH brother out of Washington State. Now he's a member of the Grand Lodge of Washington State. Go get his book. Support him. It's a good read. Okay? That's for many of you. This is tonight's book that we're supporting. Now, with that being said, let's get back to the show's topic, the miseducation of the Black Mason. Let's just be upfront, brothers and sisters. For a long time, we've been lied to about our other brothers and sisters, those who are non-Prince Hall brothers. We've been lied to. You have. You may say, well, Brother Hawkins, what do you mean? Brother Tony Muhammad, what do you mean we've been lied to? I'm talking about the new and old brothers. When you have a new brother to come in, the first thing you want to tell him to do, oh, don't talk to them other brothers. If they're not Prince Hall, don't talk to them. That's miseducating your brothers. You're lying to them. Oh, well, why should I not? Well, they're clandestine. Oh, what is that? That means that they're not good Masons. They're not, they steal money. What? Yeah, I know that's what you say. I know that's what you say. They steal money from their members. Wait. All of us have crooks in our jurisdiction that have stole money. Mainstream have crooks, they stole more money. PHS have crooks, they have stole money. Ancient Free has crooks. PHO have crooks. Modern Free have crooks because you do not hold them accountable. What you do is you allow people to come in and then they become the treasurer. See? And you don't really, because you're so big, you're so huge, you're not missing that couple of $100 every month that come out of your lodge. You're not missing that. See, you gave him your checkbook. You gave him the debit card. But you don't audit your books until the end of the year. And by the end of the year coming around, you got $10,000, $15,000 missing. Because nobody is checking on the secretary who has a credit card. Nobody's checking on the wishful master who has the credit card, a debit card. You're not holding them accountable. You're only looking at the book at the end of the year. In this jurisdiction, in my jurisdiction, which I'm in right now, if a brother comes to the lodge and wants to see the books or checkbooks, he has every right to ask to audit the books. In this jurisdiction, I don't know about yours, but he has every right to do that according to our constitution and our bylaws that the Grand Lodge of John G. Jones operates under. He has every right. Okay, so brothers of the craft, sisters of the order, you're going to have to start checking to see what's in your bylaws, what's in your constitution. You're going to have to start checking. Most of you probably don't even check. You just happen to be a Mason. You just happen to be Eastern Star. You've been there 5, 6 years and never seen a treasury report, a secretary report, credentials and return report. What? You ain't seen that. The Grand Master at the lodge at the grand session said, we're going to table that report. Table my ass. I need to see where my money is going. I need to see that you actually take and go buy some NBA tickets with my money. Where's this check? This check is to who? Why did you write a check to him for $1,000? I need to know those things. I pay dues every month. Those are the things I need to know. But when you don't ask, you never know. When you don't go and ask to call for an audit of the books, maybe once a month, every other month, whatever you want to do, you never know. And then at the end of the year, when you get a financial report, you're looking now, you're seeing 1,000, 500, 100, 200, 150, $5, $20, and you're looking at a gas card. You putting gas in your car? What business do you have with the credit card of the Grand Lodge or the Blue Lodge or the Grand Chapter or the local chapter put gas in your car unless you're going to see about a member? And then you better give me a voucher. You have no checks and balances in your chapter or in your lodge. So therefore, you are ripped off. And I will say this. Some of the best ones have gotten ripped off because they didn't follow their own protocol and procedure, so they got ripped off. And I'll say this. In my national jurisdiction, some years ago, see, this is where you give a one person too much power. The secretary and treasurer. If you have a good secretary and treasurer, they can do two things to your organization. They can build it up or they can tear it down. Because those two individuals, besides the wishful master or the worthy matron, they have power. Oh, you don't think so? You don't think that the secretary and treasurer have power? Shit. They can either raise you up or tear you down. They got power. As a matter of fact, they probably have more power than the wishful master or grand master. Ask me how I know. I'm a past secretary, grand secretary. I served in that position for 8 years. I see all the money coming in. I see all the money going out. If I was good friends with the treasurer, being the secretary, and I got to sign a checkbook, and we buddies, and I'm a crook, and nobody's paying attention to me because you think I'm a nice guy, Hey, bro, I mean, I need some gas money. Yeah? Why don't you take the card and go get some gas money? Or better yet, let me write you a check out. Or better yet, let me just go draw some cash out and just give it to you. Yeah, they can do that. And they do it, and you don't pay attention to it. So therefore, this is what you get. This is what you get. It's your fault. It's your fault. I'm holding you responsible because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. So I just want to welcome everybody to the show. If I didn't give you a shout out, I'm giving you out one now. Sounds 1120 sound. Welcome aboard, everyone. I hope that you're enjoying the show. Tonight's show is about the miseducation of the Black Freemason, or the miseducation, however you want to call it. We've all been hoodwinked and bamboozled. It is time out for us to sit idly by and allow those who are wishful masters and grandmasters to continue to hoodwink us and to hold us and to really keep us at odds. Grandmasters, be it PHA or any jurisdiction you want to call it, they are the ones who are supposed to forge relationships with other Grand Lodges. You're the ones. But we as Black Masons and Eastern Stars, we don't do that with each other. Have you ever asked yourself why we don't do it? The first thing usually comes up, well, they're not recognized. That's some bullshit. I'm tired. That is bullshit. Okay, I'm calling it what it is. Somebody say, well, you're a past grandmaster. You shouldn't be talking that way. No, I have to give it to you raw sometimes. That's bullshit. Grandmasters of various jurisdictions keep you separated. Ask them why. Ask a grandmaster who's a grandmaster of any Prince Hall Grand Lodge. Why you don't talk to them brothers over there? They look like you. They stay in your same community, but you refuse to talk to them. Why? Why you don't want to be seen with me? Ask that question. Have I done any wrong to you? So you don't want to be seen with me? No, you haven't. But if I get caught seeing with you, maybe the white Mason won't accept me and say something about me, and then I lose privilege. Who's more privileged? We live in the same community. Who's more privileged? When stuff happens in your community, do you see them come running? Saying, look, I got you. Let me give you 10 grand off the top. Do you see that happening? Or do you hustle in the Black community and sell your fish dinners and your chicken dinners and your raffle tickets and your banquet tickets? Who's coming to your dinners? I'm just saying. Somebody been lying to us for too long, and we've been sitting idly by accepting the lie, saying that it's okay. You've been doing that. Time out for it. It's time for the craft to take control of the craft. It's time for you to police your jurisdiction. Are you too afraid to stand up when you see bullshit happening? I'm sorry for the inappropriate language. For those of you who feel that because I may hold a position or a past position, I'm supposed to be this. No, this ain't that show. If you want that type of show, you go listen to the other ones. This ain't that show. This show is for real talk about real Mason, real Masonic issues that happens within the Black Freemasonry body. And you know it happens because you watching this show and I'm seeing what you put in the chat room. Once again, I want to welcome everybody aboard, whatever jurisdiction you may be from or be in, or whatever may be going on with you right now. Welcome aboard. Welcome to this great show called John G. Jones Research Lodge number 147. We're all about shedding and spreading and just giving you some hard facts. Now, I'm not saying we're going to always be right, but we're going to be close to it. And if you find that we have somehow given you some misinformation, you can let us know. And you can tell us, brother, that wasn't quite right. And we'll go from there. We will certainly go from there. So welcome aboard, everyone. We want you to know how much we appreciate you. in the work that you put in. If you work in the medical field, if you work as a fireman, if you work at McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Jack in the Crack, if you work at any of the restaurants that I just named, Five Guys, In-N-Out Burgers, Sonic, if you work at any of those restaurants, if you work at Coco's, if you work at Denny's, the Waffle House, if you work at grocery stores, whatever your position may be at in life that you provide for your family, I want to say that I'm keeping you in prayer, because right now there are some uncertain times. Right now is where your jurisdiction, your lodge, Freemasons in the Eastern Star. That's happening right now. Right now is that time to say, look, we got you. Right now is that time. And if you are not doing that for your jurisdiction, standing up for your jurisdiction, letting them know that you're there to support them, then I'm not saying that you're going to be able to pay a bill for them. I'm saying, but you may be able to put some food in their house if they don't have the money right now. There are some big grand lodges. There are some small ones. You may have resources where you can send a member to get the things that he or she needs. It ain't always about having the money. It's about resources. So you as a Mason, as an Eastern Star, I'm saying to you, Grand Lodge, Grand Chapter, get those resources to your members to help them to get what they need in this time of crisis, because it is a crisis right now. Members are not working, so don't look for them to be paying on $35, $50 in dues. If they can pay it, great. If you got a brother or sister who's working, they can still pay the dues, that's great. Let them do that. But don't burden your members down right now. Teach them what it is right now to be a Mason and Eastern Star. This is that opportunity to right now to say, brothers and sisters of the craft, you may have to go outside your boundaries. You may have to go outside your jurisdiction to find the help you need from another jurisdiction. That's okay, because that's what it's all about. But if you're holding your members back from doing that, I got an issue with you. I do. Your members about what the craft is really all about. Take that and let it alone. Because some of us, we just hell bent. I ain't gonna talk to them. I ain't gonna say nothing to them. Yeah, I've had falling out too with some members. I have. I really have. I've had some falling out with members. I'm like, oh no, I'm not having a conversation with you. I see how you treated other members. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. I have a Masonic. I'm gonna call him a Masonic brother. I have a Masonic brother I've been knowing more than 20 years. More than 20 years. I've slept at his home, ate at his kitchen table, drank water out of his refrigerator, had drinks at his home. And right now, that brother won't even speak to me. He won't. Well, you're probably saying, what did you do? What did you do? What did you say? I called him out. I call bullshit what it is. If I'm your friend and we boys and we Masonic brothers too, take it with a grain of salt. It ain't personal. It ain't personal. You should be able to say, well, yeah, you right, but I don't see it that way. And let it be. But for you to set idly by and watch someone come at me and you know it's a lie and they came at me and I'm looking at you and you didn't say nothing and then you don't want to speak to me, we good. I'll leave it where it's at. It ain't personal. It ain't personal on my part. It's personal on yours. And this is where we find ourselves at. This is where we find ourselves at. It's time out for being miseducated, brothers and sisters. It's time for you to pick up books. It's time for you to read those books. It's time for you to forge relationships outside of your lodge with other brothers and sisters of the craft. And you know who's going to end up doing that? It's not going to be them old heads who've been there 40 and 50 years. It's not going to be them. It's not going to be brothers who've been there 30 years like myself. We may not even see it. It's going to be those young brothers and sisters coming in asking, what's wrong with this brother over here? Well, you know, it was 130 years ago, John G. Jones left the most wishful Prince Hall Grand Lodge, and he was expelled for unmasonic conduct. And we have yet to forgive them and to see them as Masons because of what he did. But John G. Jones wasn't by himself when he left. Oh, Hawkins, you're full of stuff. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. Man, but we're talking 150 years ago. And if you're still on that same bullshit from 150 years ago, you're the problem. You're the problem. Period. I know a lot of brothers, when I wrote Corey Hawkins, the Grand Master of Alabama, I emailed him and asked him, I said, hey, look, I'm going to come join you to walk across the bridge. Brother's like, oh, he done lost his mind. I seen where you put my email in your personal chat group in some of these Prince Hall chat groups. I seen it where you put it in there and you talked about it. You dogged it out. Oh, he's crazy. He's clandestine. He shouldn't even dress as a Mason. I seen you put it in. Look, I seen what you said. I got the text messages. I got the text post. I was like, damn, really? You feel that way? You feel that way, really? How stupid are you? You feel that way? Why, he'll never march with me. What? That bridge belongs to all black brothers and sisters, whether they're Masons or not. When that day come to walk across that bridge in March or February, whatever day it is, all of us deserve to walk across the bridge, dressed as Masons or Eastern Stars or not. Whether you accept the fact that I will be there or not, it doesn't even matter. Because whoever walked across that bridge in the 60s and got their ass beat, they got it beat for me and you. That's the truth. They didn't get their ass beat to say, well, I'm a Prince Hall Mason, or I'm PHO, Modern Free International. They got their ass beat because they wanted the equal rights of every citizen. So for you to talk about it like it'll never happen, you're full of stuff. You are. You're too afraid to come on the show and face me and let's talk about it, because now I'm kind of equipped to do it through Zoom, where I can add people to the conversation. You're too afraid to do that. But that's on you. You've been miseducated for so long till you think it's gospel truth. You have. You bring new members in. This also goes for the brothers who are ancient, free, and accepted Masons. Okay, it goes for you too. It goes for PA. It goes for all of us. You bring your new members in, and you tell them that they shouldn't talk to them because they're not recognized. You bring your new members in, you lie to them and tell them that you're recognized around the world. You know exactly who I'm talking about. You bring your new members in, you say, well, my brothers, everybody recognizes us. We can go to any lodge we want to. Why are you lying to your members like that? Just tell them the truth. Say, look, brothers, we're not recognized by Prince Hall, nor are we recognized by mainstream Grand Lodges. But you are able to travel as a Masons to these jurisdictions for which we have amenity with. When you're up front with new members who are coming into your organization, you will have them for life. You know why? Because you was honest with them. You told them the truth about the structure of your jurisdiction, the structure of your Grand Lodge. All Grand Lodges are not structured the same. All jurisdictions are not structured the same. But if you're honest with the person who's coming into your jurisdiction, into your Grand Lodge, if you're honest with them, they will stay with you because they know that you are honest. They know that you have some integrity about who you are and what you stand for. But a lot of us don't do that. A lot of Grand Lodges don't do it across the board. You can go anywhere. Prince Hall can't come visit my Grand Lodge, so stop lying. I can't go visit Prince Hall Grand Lodges unless I'm invited. That's a whole nother story. Stop lying. Mainstream Grand Lodges can't come visit me, and I can't go visit them unless I'm invited. I'm just saying. So don't trip. Don't tell your members that you recognize around the world when you're not. Just be honest with them and say, look, here are the places we can go as Masons. If you're a member of the Prince Hall, don't tell your brother you can go and visit the Grand Lodge of England when you can't, because the Grand Lodge of Alabama hasn't recognized you yet. So stop lying to that brother and tell him you can go to Grand Lodge of England when he can't. He'll be very disappointed. He will be. The best thing we can do for the crowd is to educate them. The best thing that we can do for the sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star is to educate them. If I know of a brother of any jurisdiction and they know me and they're coming to San Diego and they want to hang out, we're going to hang out. We're going to fellowship. You can ask any brother that has come to San Diego and they have reached out to me to hang out and have a good time, be it Modern Free, International, or PHA, or Ancient Free and Accepted Mason, because you have done it. Ask them would I come see them. If you're between LA and San Diego and I can get to you, we're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. Period. Because I know for myself, I've driven 150 miles, 120 miles to meet or greet a brother who's going to be in town for a little while. I've done that. You know why I've done that? The reason I've done it because I believe in the spirit of Freemasonry and what it really means. Not some BS about what somebody talk about. I want you to experience that for yourself. If you call a brother, he's driving 120 miles to see you, that should tell you something about that brother or that sister. It should. It should tell you that that brother would do certain things for you that he may not do for the common person because of who you are to him. That's the beauty. So before I go any further, I'm just going to send some big shout outs to Brother Brandon Lewis, Brother Randolph Smith, how you doing? Brother Dexter, what's going on with you? To the administrators in the group tonight, welcome that Brother Larry Diamond. I appreciate you being aboard. Let's see who else. Who else I got? Sound, I've already sent you a shout out. Greetings to everybody. Ruben, what's going on with you? Appreciate you. Malcolm Prophet, is always good to see that you're in the chat. Charles Rogers, great having you on. All right, who is that? Silman. SELCSELMAN. Spirit. Welcome, Wayne. What's going on with you? Appreciate you coming aboard. Appreciate you. Tonight's topic is the miseducation of the Black Masons. Because, yeah, we've been miseducated. We've been lied to, led astray, and bamboozled, and hoodwinked. That we have. And if you think I'm lying, try me. How will you be tried? By the square. Why by the... No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We have to do better in what we're doing. We do. Because if we don't, then what are we going to leave those who are coming behind us? What are we going to leave for them? Are we going to leave them the same BS that we're dealing with now? Or do we want to leave them an organization to where they feel that, hey, this is what it's all about? Why are you not teaching the esoteric side of Freemasonry in your lodge when that's what the jurisdiction was built on? Why are you not doing that? What's your hang up? What's your hang up? What's going on with you that you can't do that? something is happening within the organization to you are afraid to even touch that. You're afraid. You don't even have lectures at the end of your lodge meeting. I would say this, in my own personal opinion, at the end of your lodge meeting, there should be a lecture given to you. At the end of your chapter meeting, sister of the Order of the Eastern Star, you should receive a lecture, some good, wholesome instruction to help you through the week. You should. Look, I ain't crazy. I know sometimes it's hard being a wishful master. It's hard being a grand master sometimes. It really is. It's hard being a secretary or a treasurer. It really is. But those are the positions that you accepted because you was elected to them. Stop looking for a handout every year at grand session. Secretary, treasurer, grand masters, junior warden, senior warden. Stop looking for a handout. I can understand it if the craft says, look, we have money. We will pay for your room and hotel for you. We appreciate the works that you've done for the organization. I got you. If your organization is big enough to give the Grand Master, Junior Warden, Senior Warden, Secretary and Treasurer, Grand Matron, Associate Conductress, Secretary and Treasurer, if your chapter is that big or your Grand Lodge is that big to where you can give out these large donations and they've done the job, give it. Give it. Give it. If your Grand Lodge or Grand Chapter is too small to give out donations, pay for your Grand Master's room, pay for your Grand Junior Warden, give them a night at the hotel free. Okay, give it to them because you know what? It's hard dealing with some of the Masons and Eastern stuff. It's just hard. Answering phone calls at 2 or 3 in the morning. It's hard. I'm not saying that these individuals don't deserve a donation, or if you're big, huge, large, it's okay that you give them a nice size donation. It's okay. That is okay. But the craft and the sisters, you can't set alibi when these people that you put in office is not doing right by the craft and by the Order of the Eastern Star. You can't set alibi. You can't do it. You're doing a disservice to the organization. You are. And for those of you who are on the educational committee for your chapter and lodges, educate your members the right way. Well, Brother Hawkins, Brother Tony Muhammad, what is the right way? Stop tearing down another jurisdiction. That's the right way. Start with that. Show some respect to other brothers of the craft who are not part of your jurisdiction. That's number 2. Number 3, protect the craft. Somebody left the west gate open. Somebody wasn't doing what they're supposed to do. Number 1, once again, teach your members to show some respect to other brothers of the craft who may not be in your jurisdiction. Number 1. Number 2, make sure that the people you elect to office, that they're going to do right by you in the craft, in the sisterhood. Number 3, close the door behind you. Stop just bringing in everybody. The best way to get the best quality members, I'm going to tell you, it is not ask one to be one. Even I fell for that. Ask one to be one. I fell for that. I was like, damn, ask one to be one. That shit was like, yeah, baby. No. The best way to get the best individuals for your organization is 2 ways. Be the example of the organization for which you are a part of. Be the example. Number 2, select who you want to be in your organization. Hear me clearly. You need to start selecting individuals to be in the organization. Okay? Number one, be the example of what a Mason in the Eastern Star is. Be the example. Stop allowing people to misuse you. As an apprentice, you're supposed to occupy your mind with useful knowledge. As an Eastern Star, you're supposed to be studying the 5 points and what they represent. That's what you're supposed to be studying. It's okay to speak up when you see some bullshit stuff happening. It's really okay. Don't wait till after the meeting and have parking lot meetings talking about, well, she really wasn't qualified. She really didn't serve in the position, da 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 da. Well, he's not qualified. He really doesn't. He doesn't really know what's going on. But because he's been a senior warden he's been senior warden for 5 years. Now you feel that it's okay for him to be in a position when you know that he has no clue. You know the Worshipful Master didn't teach him. You know that. You know the worthy matron didn't teach the associate matron how to be a worthy matron. You know that. But you put her in office anyway. And now she's in office. And the past matron is laughing her ass off. And you're not assisting her. The past master's laughing. Oh, he's waiting for you to call him back. Brother, you need to come on back, man. You need to come on back. He don't know what he's doing. The Worshipful Master planned it that way. Look, listen to what I'm saying, brothers of the craft, sisters of the order. The associate matron who goes to the east, the worthy matron should have been educating her on what it is to be in the east. The Worshipful Master who sits in the east should have been educating the senior warden when he gets to the east on what to do and what not to do. But because when he gets to the east, the Worshipful Master says, I'm good now. I'm a past master. I'm going to sit over here in the east and just watch and see. And you see your Grand Lodge. You see your Grand Chapter. You see your lodge or your Blue Lodge crumbling. But you don't say one word. You waiting. You want them to beg you to come back into office. You really should come back in office because you had everything running right. But you set that. You sit there and you set that junior warden or that senior warden. You set them up for failure. You set the worthy matron, associate matron, or the conductors. You set them up for failure so they can come back and beg you to come back in office. I've seen that happen in my own jurisdiction. And I know you've seen it happen. Come on, talk back to me, somebody, because I know you've seen it happen. Ain't none of you tripping. I know you've seen it happen. I know you've seen it happen. Just trying to clear something up real quick. There you go. Please hit the like button. Yeah, please hit the like button. I certainly would appreciate it if you can. If you can hit it, hit it. If you still want to call in, I got about just a few minutes left. If you want to call in, please do so. That number is 619-985-1184. You can certainly call in. I would say this week has been a very productive week. Brother Melvin Little, I want to tilt my hat to that brother out of Atlanta. What he did this past week was very extraordinary. Extraordinary. And the reason I say this is because I had an opportunity to be on Zoom with some brothers from PHA and Ancient Free and Accepted Masons. PHO, we was all on Zoom together, and we had the opportunity to express ourselves as far as Freemason was concerned. It was a great conversation. Here's the funny part. No one on the chat in Zoom called another brother clandestine or bogus. We called each other brothers. That's some crazy shit. That was crazy. But I enjoyed the chat. You know, I'm not going to call out names of the Prince Hall brothers that was in the chat. I'm not going to do that. But it was a good conversation we had, and I'm hoping that we will continue to have that same open dialogue. Brother Yansei was in the chat group, and I know he don't mind. That brother don't bite his tongue for nobody. I can respect that brother. He's a PHA Mason. I'll say that. Brother Yansei. All right? He got a nice video out. You need to go look him up. You can probably Google that name, YouTube that name. It'll come up. He has a very nice video out on Freemasonry and where it comes from. Excellent lecture on that. Excellent. And I say excellent because he points it out. He proves what he's trying to say to you. He proves it. It is up to you to go and do the same research he did and see what you come up with. All right? Because of Brother Raymond Edwards to be in a Zoom chat group with about 8 other brothers of the order. It was great. 8 other brothers of the craft, pardon me. It was great. We really had a great dialogue. Brother Dre Jones, I'm sending you a big shout out. I appreciate you coming on board, having that conversation. He's a police officer out of Houston. He has a, hey, you know what? Big shout out to you, bro. Wishing you well. Grandmaster Gerard Smith, most wish for John G. Jones Grand Lodge of Mississippi, sending you a big shout out. You know, letting you know how much I appreciate you, and thank you for checking in on me, brother. And for those who are doing the work right now, whatever field you may be in, just want to say thank you. Hold on just a second. Hello, who's calling? Hey, what's happening with you? Talk to me.
All right, brother. This is Brother Santana, Atlanta, Georgia, Fine City, Atlanta.
ATL, what you got for me?
Man, I just wonder, I haven't had a chance to upload the video to you, and I hadn't had a chance to get an email back on what you thought about that video I sent you.
Which one? Is this Brother Yansei?
Yes, me and my accountant with the craft.
Oh, yeah, brother. That video you did, that was a great video.
Thank you, brother. Were you ever a chance to distinguish what was in the spirit?
Oh, yes. Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, even yesterday, when we was in the chat group, you let it perfectly be known what your thoughts were. And I can appreciate that. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And the fact of the matter is, that's how we should be. With all due respect to anyone, we should be legitimately who we are. And I'm not saying you should back off from it. I'm just saying that's who we are. And the person you're talking to or whomever, we all should respect each other because of that. That's just my thought.
Say that I can feel the spirit in your voice, and it's not easy. A lot of us are not in the spirit, such to say, and won't ever be able to hear anything. That's just the way it is. But when you get that feedback, you know that who's walking in the spirit and who's not.
Oh, certainly. I mean, let's just be honest with each other. This video tonight that I'm doing, this show tonight, it's all about the miseducation. Because, like I said, even for myself, I'm not left out of the equation. We've all been miseducated. You know, we all been led astray, hook, wink, bamboozle. We all have been done that. The problem is that we continue to allow things to happen that shouldn't happen. Look, if I'm going to ever build a relationship, I should build it with you. First and foremost, if I'm as a black man, as a black Mason, if I'm going to build a relationship, it should be with you, bar none.
Yes, sir.
And that's it.
I just want to tell you, that I'm still holding on to my application and with my brothers down here on Avenue, and I'm hanging in with them tight. And by me, even though I'm coming in much later and still yet to be ready much later, I still feel that I have, and I love my brothers. I look forward to meeting you, and I look forward to you coming to Atlanta where I can meet you.
Oh yeah. As soon as they lift this travel ban, well, they don't really have one, but if I come to Atlanta, I can't go where I want to go. But as soon as this thing is over, and God knows a lot of us is praying that this will be over sooner than later, because a lot of families are hurting right now. And this is where the craft, this is where Freemason can really show up and show out, bruh. I'm telling you. This, look, bruh, hear me clearly. I'm excited. Let me tell you why I'm excited. This is where Masonry can show up and show out in the Black community. Because to where a brother, if you need some food for your family, we can tell you where to go get it. Sisters, you need some help with your car, we can tell you where to go get it. Or better yet, let me come on and change your battery and do some of the small things I can do. Maybe I know a mechanic that don't mind opening this shop for you for this special occasion because you have a child who need to go while you go to your mother's house while you go to work. Maybe, I'm just saying, this is that opportunity for us as Masons, Black Masons, to show up and show out and tell everybody about what we're about. This is that opportunity. I'm just saying, if we sit on our ass and allow it to pass by because I have some whatever about you, about whatever, we have missed that opportunity. Because I guarantee you this, white Masons, mainstream Masons, those clandestine white lodges that's out there, and trust me, they out there, do you think they sitting out in the bar?
I do not.
I'm just saying. They ain't sitting out about saying, well, brother, we can't visit each other. So therefore, if I cannot assist or aid you right now, and maybe after your Grand Lodge recognizes mine, maybe then we can have that topic of conversation in regards to Freemasonry. Man, they saying, look, bruh, your family needs some food. Hey, over there on 5th Avenue, 3 blocks down the right-hand side, they giving away food. Let me go pick up your wife while you at work, because you trust me as a man that ain't gonna try to run up on her, and go get you some groceries. As a matter of fact, your wife don't even need to come out the house. Let me as a man, as a Mason, a brother who's taking the obligation to go and get the food that is needed for your family and bring it back while you at work. So when you get home, you ain't got to go and expose nobody to nothing. I'm already out and about. That's that opportunity. But are we going to sit idly by and let it just pass us by? Because we're miseducated on each other? Because we can't get over some stuff that happened years ago? Because grandmasters don't want to talk to each other? I'm just saying. Is that where we at?
I'll be 50 years old at the end of this year. And you know what? I had a chance to, once I look by the lives downtown and everything, but I had a chance to, before I even came, well, my uncles are traveling in right now, I had a chance, to do some, not really too much research, but I had a chance to look at this all. And when Dr. Ben was, I had a chance to visit one of the lodges. I think he visited the one in Delaware. But and as I played, and just that experience of watching them, how they would, when they raised some of the brothers over there in African Egypt and craft the Amun Ra. And when he did that, I looked at that and I said, you know what? I said, this is it. This is it. He took them all the way to raise them. And here we have ancient and free accepted of Prince Hall. I said, this is beautiful. This is the craft is beautiful. It's not explanatory. Masonry is beautiful.
It is. But see, here's another flip. on what you just said in regards to Dr. Ben. Maybe it's time for us to have our own system as Black Masons, period. Maybe it's that time for us to say, you know what? The system of Freemason for which we practice keeps us from each other. It keeps us divided and keeps us as being an adversary toward each other. Maybe we need our own system to say this is who we are collectively. This is us. And we're not asking for nobody to accept our system or not. It is our system. Maybe we just need to do that. But who has the balls to do it? What grandmaster out of ancient free or modern free, international, PHO or PHA have the galls and the balls to say, look, let's develop our own system for our own people. And if anybody else want a piece of this pie, they got to come to us to get it. Who has the balls? None. Let's just be honest. None of them have the balls because they're afraid. Now, when somebody step up and have the balls to do it, they're going to be looked down upon. Let's have somebody, they're going to be saying, man, see, there you go. There you go. They're trying to split. There they go. No. Sometimes it's good to have your own. When you have your own shit, think about that. Those who own houses and cars, when you got your own stuff, you ain't waiting on nobody to come take you nowhere. You ain't waiting on nobody to come open the door to a shelter when you got your own. And that's the problem. We're afraid of having our own. You think because you're part of Modern Free International, Ancient Free and Accepted Mason, PHA, you got your own? That's an illusion because you're divided. You don't even want to talk to each other. Individually, you may be cool. Masonically on the structure, you're all fucked up, including my jurisdiction. Let's just be honest. That's the truth. Because we don't even talk to each other Masonically because you're afraid. Well, my jurisdiction said you were clandestine. Well, my jurisdiction said, oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. That stuff we've been fed for so long, we believe that it's truth. And it's not.
European.
Yeah.
Caucasian mindset. Caucasian. They ain't going Caucasians too long.
Absolutely. So it is time for us to take control of our own destiny. It is. This right here, this moment, this time, with this chaos, it is time for grand masters, worshipful masters, grand matrons, worthy matrons to reach beyond their jurisdictions and forge those relationships to say, look, brother, how can we benefit each other? Because right now, we really need each other. We really do. But because we've been lied to for so long, we've been hoodwinked and misled astray, and we've been done in and done out for so long till we can't even trust each other. But we're going to need each other because right now, you know as well as I know, they're saying, well, the Black community is really hit hard with this coronavirus, and we really need to go to their community and give them a placebo, or let's test the vaccination and see how they're going to respond. They always do it to us. Let's just be honest. They did it with the syphilis, right? They did it with sickle cell. Let's just be honest. We're the test tube babies. And some of us are going to run and get tested. I need to go and get that virus shot. You don't know what the hell is in that virus shot. Let them test it on themselves and see how they do. And then I'll take it. Listen, I'm not saying don't take care of yourself. Wash your hands. Wash your clothes. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying that we should be worried when people come in our community and start offering us some free shit. Let's just be honest. Ain't nothing free.
Brother Andy, Sister Andy told me, she said, well, is she going to get it? You know, Jose Corona going to pass on some food, and she going to go in the corner. I said, sweetheart, listen, I said, sometimes you got to get organized and get in there and get with, the sisters in order to where, it ain't gonna get everything. Who got what I said awful because you see a lot of them still in the world. I'm asking you to come give it to you. I said that's hard candidate. Like yeah, but even if not the virus, just to get sick. I said, because we in that time like people say, well, you stop it, you food here, but I'm starving, but then as soon as I eat it, I get sick. I said, it's catch 22. In certain situations.
Yes. Hey, bruh, from me to you, anytime you want to come on and show, you welcome. You got something you want to share? You got a book that you wrote? Share the damn book. Bring the information. We all need it. Okay? All right, then. Hey, you take care of yourself in peace. I want to thank Brother Johanse for coming on the show tonight. I want to make sure I say his name right. But we're going to get ready to log off. We've been on here for about how long? We've been on here for a minute. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in to tonight's show, the Miseducation of the Black Mason. I want to send my wife a big shout out. She's an Eastern Star. She's a sister. She's a worthy matron of Xanthe's chapter here in San Diego. I want to send her a big shout out. This is our 33rd anniversary. Damn, I've been married as long as I've been a Mason. You've been sending her a big shout out, just saying, hey, you know what? She puts up with me. I come on in, I've been on her 2 hours, sometimes an hour, taking away from her time. And I just want to let her know how much I appreciate her in the work that she's done with her chapter. She's been in Eastern Star for quite a while now. At first, she didn't too much care for it, but when the kids got grown, she was like, what am I going to do? Oh, you're a Mason. I want to be an Eastern Star. I was like, what? Okay, all right. What it do? Do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing, But now she loves it. She gets a big kick out of it. It's fine with me. Fine with me. So, with that being said, I want to thank everyone who's tuned in tonight. I hope you got something out of this show as always. I hope that you're going to begin to really look at your Grand Lodge, its teachings, look at the system. I want you to be involved with your jurisdiction and making sure that it's the jurisdiction for you. That's it. Illuminating light. What's going on with you, brother? Sending a big shout out. Oh, maybe I should let her call. Bruh, she won't. She won't. I'm trying to get my daughter. For those of you who tune in Saturday to Saturday night chat, I allowed my daughter to come in, and she was on here for about a good 30 minutes, maybe an hour, just kicking her vibe. She's different. She's different. So she kicked her vibes, and hey, I'm proud of her and her work that she's done. Hopefully one day she's gonna be an Eastern Star when she gets older. She's in her early 30s now. In a few more years, I think I'm gonna get her. I think I'm gonna get her. Yeah. But we'll see. Smallpox didn't wipe us out. We still here. That's true. That's true. That is so true. And no, let's not forget Bill Gates, that billionaire who sits and talk about depopulation. Look, brothers, we gotta wake up. They talk about depopulation. Who they talking about? I'm just saying, sisters, you gotta wake up. They talking about depopulation. Who you think they're talking about? I'm just very skeptical about things and situations. Man, this show can go so. Man, look. How many of you know about them chemtrails? I'm just asking. How many of you know about them chemtrails? If you know about them chemtrails, then you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you know about them chemtrails. How many of you have seen them lately? Because in San Diego, in California, when I go out right now and I look, I don't see the chemtrails. I hadn't seen them in almost a month. I'm just saying. There's something bigger at play than what we see right now. And we have to pay close attention. Black Mason, Black Eastern Star. I'm talking to us. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Develop relationships outside of your jurisdiction with other jurisdictions. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. You got to be able to understand how this organization works. And let me tell you this. When it's all said and done, and they tell you that you can't speak to your other brothers or sisters in various jurisdictions, they're already saying right now in California that, you know what, you out traveling past a certain time, they're giving tickets. You have to develop those relationships. This is the time where Freemasonry within our community, that's that time. It's time for you to stop playing Masons and stop playing the Eastern Star game and really taking it to a higher level. It's that time. Let me see what I got in the chat room before I go tonight. Real quick here. I just want to thank everybody for coming on. What's up, Drew? I appreciate you tuning in. Dog Star N-E-N-T. Yeah, brother. Planned Parenthood ain't no joke. They all in our community. It ain't no joke. Call it what you want. Hey, brother Larry Diamond, thank you for the shout out for my happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Yeah, you doggone skip. You have to ask yourself, wow, how did China get this thing under control so quickly? How did they do it? What's going on with that? I'm just saying. Pay attention. And by the way, I'm going to encourage each of you to go get yourselves a toy. All right? I'm going to encourage each of you to go get yourselves a toy. And you may be saying, a toy? Yeah, go get yourself a toy. I'm just saying, I'm encouraging all of you, brothers of the craft, sisters of the order, go get yourself a toy. Everybody else, I'm telling you, I'm just saying, there's going to come this time we're going to have to lean and depend on each other. We are. And now is that time. Now is that time for us to lean and depend on each other. We can't sit idly by and say, well, it ain't my problem no more. It's at your doorstep. Okay? Brother Brendan Lewis, thank you for the shout out. I appreciate you. You know I do. Before I close tonight, once again, the book I want you to go check out, if you can get it, if you already have it, reread it. This is the Landmarks of Our Father, John Harrison. Tell John I said what's up. If anybody have his number, I'm promoting his book tonight. Let him know how much I appreciate his hard work and dedication to the craft. His book, and it's a good read. It's really, really a good read. All right. With that being said, I'm going to be promoting another African-American Mason in his book. I need for you to support your brothers of the craft, your sisters of the order who write books. I need for you to support them. All right? We support everybody else. We might as well support our own. And please don't ask for a discount. Stop asking for the hookup. Brother, can you hook me in? No. Pay the price for the book. Okay, just pay. It's really okay. Pay the price for the book. It's a good book. Get the book. With that being said, I hope that everybody who's on tonight has gotten some from this show. If you want to make a donation to this show, it's going to be through Hosea Lodge at Yahoo. No, I ain't. I'm doing all this typing. I ain't putting nothing in. That's going to be Hosea Lodge at yahoo.com. If you're going to make a donation to this show, it's going to be through PayPal. I'm putting it in right now. So use your PayPal. That's going to be Hosea Lodge at yahoo.com. It's going to be with PayPal. All right. So I appreciate each of you. If you choose to make that donation, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Our goal is to give books away. At least once a month, we want to make sure we give a book away to a sister of the order and a Freemason, a brother of the craft. We want to make sure that we give a book away. And in order for us to do that, we're going to need your support. Because this is not going to be something that's going to be happening all the time. So we're definitely going to need your support if we're going to make this happen. I'm going to stroll down real quick. Brother Shabazz, what's happening with you? I appreciate you. I'm trying to catch up with some of the things that have been said. I'm way behind. I'm so far behind. Randolph Smith, what's going on with you? Appreciate it. Brother Dexter, what's happening with you? Let's see. Bradley, what's happening? Great show again, bro. Thank you again for being a guest on our show tonight. You're always welcome. I appreciate that as a guest. Friends and brothers, so more be. Brother Bradley, thank you. Who is that? Drew, what's going on with you? Appreciate you. Jackie Thornton, boom, what's happening with you? Appreciate you. Thank you. Just send the shout outs as I see them. York Wright, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. Jarvis Parker, appreciate it. Explain regularity. I mispronounced the word, but I know exactly what you're saying. So let me explain that. If a Grand Lodge charters your Blue Lodge, because no one gives a Grand Lodge a charter, okay? If somebody tells you that they Grand Lodge got their charter from England, they lying. Nobody charters a Grand Lodge. A Grand Lodge charters Blue Lodges or a Master Mason Lodge or just a lodge. A Grand Lodge charters a lodge, okay? It's number one. Number two, it takes 7 Master Masons, however you want, it takes 7 in this jurisdiction. In this jurisdiction, it takes 7 members. The Worshipful Master can give that charter to that lodge based upon 3 Worshipful Masters, already Master Masons. We want to make sure we have inner apprentice and fellowcraft in the same lodge before we charter it. That's how we do it here. But regularity, I'm mispronouncing a word. I'm so sorry. Deals with the fact that your Grand Lodge may be recognized by another jurisdiction. Some may say that. How you operate, some may say that. Regularity can go many places, depends on what's going on in your body and your jurisdiction. Okay? What makes your Grand Lodge regular? What makes your Blue Lodge regular? You know, is it amount of members that you have in it? Is it based upon lineage? Some people base regularity upon lineage. They do. Well, your lineage didn't come from Scotland, France, or England. Yeah, you're not recognized. Your lineage. So they based it upon regularity. But in this jurisdiction, we base regularity upon the works that you do and produce as a Grand Lodge. It's not about who issued charters. It's about, are you operating accordingly? Well, according to who? That's the question. Are you operating accordingly? Accordingly to who? Well, my Grand Lodge and your Grand Lodge see that we operate the same. So therefore, we may say we want to have amenity with you and visit our different jurisdictions, can visit each other based upon the fact that we have similarity in what we do and how we do it. So we consider each other regularity. There you go. All right. Let's see what else we got. Whoa, that's too fast. I probably missed a lot. I have some sisters in my jurisdiction who are both Masons and Eastern Stars. Let me know if you want me to have them on as guests. Illuminati Light. Yes. If you have a sister who's an Eastern Star or a Freemason, yes, they are welcome to be on this show. And now that I have Zoom, that's even better. Yes, sir. Look up. He said, look up. I'm Brandon Lewis. You said, look up. Oh, yeah. Let's see what else we got. Can penetrate walls into grounds 860 plus megahertz. Are we talking about the 5G? Are we talking about the 5G? You no longer have to worry about your phone being, because you, wait a minute. Because the towers, radiation can penetrate your house, your car. They are putting them in schools. Hell, we're going to have to walk around with aluminum foil. Man, this show goes so many places tonight. We're going to be walking around with some aluminum foil. Oh, my God. Trees next to these towers are dying, and the banks is coming off. Yeah, these sisters are both Mason Eastern Stars. Okay, and what's the problem? I don't have an issue with a sister being a Mason or Eastern Star. That's not my issue. If they want to come on the show, they're welcome to come on the show. You just got to let me know when they want to come on the show, and we can have the conversation. Period. Let me tell you this here. This is how crazy it is. I don't know how many of you have heard of there's another Masonic show. God dang it. The Stare something or another. It's a white Masonic show. I can't even think of the name of it. Oh, shucks. But anyway, they had a female Mason on their show. Someone who they call clan. They don't even consider her to be a Mason. But she was on their show. Big old compass and square on her chest. Having a great conversation with them. Wine and Stairs, thank you very much. But yet, when I contacted the Wine and Stairs, asking them, hey, bro, you know what? Since you talk about me so much, have me on your show. Like crickets. I'm just saying. So you know what that tells me? They respect the female Mason more so than they respect me. I'm good. That just tells me who they are. And I let it be where it's at. You know, I ain't no sweat off my back. You know, but I'm saying. And the same thing is going to be happening with the Grand Lodge of England here pretty soon. They're going to respect and have inner visitation with the Grand Lodge of England, female Grand Lodge of England, within the next few years. Watch what I'm saying. They've already said that their work is regular. Once that's a green light. They said the work is regular. It's a green light. The next thing for them to do is say, well, we recognize the female Grand Lodge of England. Once that's done, Then what? To my Prince Hall brothers, what's your decision going to be? Because when they come knocking at your door, what you going to say? I'm just putting it out there for what it is. Hey, brother. All right, Terrell, what's going on with you? Wayne, what's happening with you? 09 Bayou boy. You must be from Louisiana. Jay Moore, what's up? 357, I heard that. So I'm just sending big shout outs to everybody. Look, we've been on 140. I hadn't done a show this long in a long time. I'm going to cut off tonight. I hope and I appreciate the mere fact that you were able to hang in there with me tonight. I hope that you was able to get something out of this show. And we're going to see what we can make do. All right? Peace be well, whatever you do, as always. Stay out the light. Well, stay. Keep your light on and stay out the bushes. I'm out. Yeah, I ended this. There you go.